Okay, so this was yours on the left then, Andy. Okay, so as we said, setup wise is pretty similar. There's nothing really majorly changed there. Okay, you stand the ball nicely. Okay, the issue you had was limited hip turn there. So we sort of see that little speck on your trousers there. As you go back, doesn't really move that much. When you get to about here, your backswing length is quite restricted there. Okay, haven't really turned the hips. So it looks like your arms are in front of your chest, but your chest is actually pointing nearer to the golf ball. All you've done is basically do that, yeah? So the arms and torso are in line, but your chest is still facing back to the golf ball. So your backswing gets quite short. As a result of that now, you knew where the club was, so, hey, you knew where the ball was. When we changed, obviously, it became a little bit different, okay? What you've got to try and feel now is with this stick, you can see making that hip turn. The stick gives you that visual of what the hips are going to do. There's a much more bigger hip turn there, a lot less stress on the back and the body. Now, yes, admittedly, that backswing is too long. Okay, the arm is not bending, but it's not locked straight, which I like. Okay, but the club's gone a little bit too far because you've turned more than you probably need. But if we remember that position there, when you actually come to the golf ball, okay, take the stick out of the way, you don't get anywhere near that in reality. Okay, so when you go back here now, the club's not gone as nearly as far as your practicing was, which is what we expect. So practice too much, and then you'll find a middle ground to where you want to be. So this would be too short a swing, too minimal hip turn. The practice swing you did have was too big. Yeah, by practicing and like stretching yourself around there, you find a middle ground when the ball gets in the way. So now when the hips do turn, you can see your arms, as we said, get a bit behind you at this point. You
need to bring more.
Yeah, you want your arms at this point just to be sort of more in front of your torso. So if I was to turn the club this way now, just turn my torso, my arms are kind of in front of me, yeah? What you've done, because you've done this with just your arms, then when you add hip turn to that, dragging of the arm across your chest, it now gets round here, yeah? So the club now is working too flat behind you. As I said, when the club was too behind you and too flat, you knew where the ball was. When you steepened that swing, the ball wasn't where it was it? And that's why you came down, you hit the ground and you're like, what the hell's the ball kind of missed? Yeah, exactly. So getting those arms to work up, I said the torso turns this way and the arms lift, okay? So you can see that club sort of whipping a bit sort of low in behind there. We'd want that club to work in a bit more kind of upwards on the way back. Imagine that wall behind you again. Your first backswing there made a big thump on the wall, didn't it? So it'd be worth doing some practice swings maybe at home with that wall behind you. So the wall would be about a foot or so away from your heels, and get that club working up, but put a head cover on your eye and don't damage the wall. So, or smash a window or knock something off the mantelpiece, all right? So get the arms working up nicely as you turn your torso, and obviously just through to your normal follow through. Follow through is good, but what we were looking for you long term is take a lot of stress out of that left shoulder by keeping your arm locked straight and the lower back by not turning your hips, yeah? Turn your body better, soften your arm. The pressure points on your body are going to get a lot less stressed out, and then you can play effectively longer. Yeah, I want you to play golf 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row if you had to, whether you're on holiday or just went a few games or whatever happened. Not play one game and go, a bit sore the next day, I'll give it 3 or 4 days rest. We don't want that, do we? That's no good to anyone, okay? Right then, lady second. Setup wise, like I said, was very, very good. You stood to golf, you got that grip there very, very good with your left and your right hand, okay? Grip pressure did look, to be fair, all right. Maybe a little on the tighter side, and that will obviously increase as we get a bit nervous on the course, and this will happen on the first tee, no doubt, next session, okay? Your backswing, as I said, was very, very good. You hinged the wrist nicely, put the golf club there, very good position. The thought you have to have now is from here, as I was saying, almost like pass the parcel. You've handed something from someone to your right, you're now going to turn and hand it to someone to your left. What you did, kept your head down a long time, almost dropped it a little bit, okay? Even though you're dropping your head and keeping your head down, still keeping your head down, still keeping your head down, still down, still down, still down. There you go. And then it comes through because it kind of eventually has to, yet we still hit top of the golf ball. That ball's sort of shooting quite low, even though you kept your head down, but your arms got a bit tight and a bit tucked up. When you finish that swing, there's not really much sort of follow through or movement there, okay? What you need to try and do there, Tracy, for me is actually do the same good backswing. We're turning back here nicely. It's gone back a little bit longer. Now as we swing through, it's actually a swing and a follow through, yeah? The right foot now is starting to move.
See?
Have I said to lift the right foot? No, but you're just doing things naturally. A lot of the things in the golf swing will happen, yeah? You'll move your body as you need to. Momentum will carry that as you swing
There's
through.
Confidence now, you
yeah?
see.
But look at that
again.
Look at the different strike of that ball. That ball's blurring off the club face because you've hit it properly, yeah? And then you twist through. Does your head stay down at all? No, just a nice twist through and you extend to the shot. I mean, there's your kind of post follow through there. Your arms at the same spot there. The head's twisting through. Whereas this one, I mean, you barely moved, yeah. I mean, if you work, honest to God, I reckon almost subliminally, if you've worked in a golf shop, you've probably heard the phrase "keep your head down," or friends, "Oh, I'm lifting my head, John. I'm lifting my head, Dave. I'm lifting my head, Dave," all the time. So you probably just, even without thinking about it.
This is mid-80s as well.
Yeah,
so it's the same thing
this is from like
you know,
1800s golf. Has been told, keep your head down, keep your head down, keep your left arm straight, and all these myths now they sort of realise that actually do more harm than good. Yeah, let your body twist and rotate. Okay, so from that position there, you can rotate through. Great strike of the ball. This is about a 60 or 70 yard shot, which is going to be more than enough to get on a golf course. We'll see. If you can hit 40, 50 yards minimum, get on a golf course. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Happy with that?